Hi everybody, it's Meg from Books Off the Beaten Path, and I'm here to do a tag. And I believe I was tagged by Bernie, and so I'm going to just assume that because I've been tagged several times by several people on different things, but I think it's Bernie's Bookshelf that tagged me on this one, and this one is the Your Own Bookshop tag, and I've really been wanting to do this one, and so this one is going to be fun because it's my bookshop and we're going to play by my rules. So get ready, my bookshop, my rules. Okay, you ready? Here we go. First question, what are the hours of operation? Well, I do not like things that open at 10 o'clock because I get up super early, so it's going to open at 8 o'clock. And I'm going to get there about 7 and start the coffee. I am going to have coffee there. I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to have like a pot of coffee going where you could get a little styrofoam cup of coffee. And, you know, if you spill it on a book, you buy it. So take your risk. But I'm going to have the coffee going, and it's going to open at 8 o'clock and it's going to close at 5. And it'll be open every day of the week except for Sunday. It'll go Monday through Saturday, every day of the week except for Sunday. And Sunday I'm just gonna sleep the whole day. So yeah, it'll be an early one. You'll have to be an early bird to kind of get there. My hair's a mess. I just got out of the shower. Is there ambient music? What kind? Yes, classical only. We will have some light classical music only. Nothing with voices. No jazz. We're not going to do any jazz. A lot of people are like, oh, I have a little jazz playing in the background. We're going to have classical music, just lightly, very lightly. Is there a coffee bar? Do you serve alcohol? Now, I am going to have like the little cup of coffee thing that you can get, but I don't want to do a coffee bar because then you have to buy stuff for it and you have to have somebody to run it and everything like that. And I am going to sell alcohol, but I'm going to sell bottles of wine and beer. I'm going to sell, yeah, it's going to make it harder because I'll have to have an ABLE license and everything like that, but you could get a bottle of wine and you could get like a 6-pack of beer. But I'm not going to sell Bud Light. I'm not going to sell Budweiser. I'm going to sell like the higher end craft beer and then a nice bottle of wine. So let's say you get a gorgeous copy of Barchester Towers or something and you want a good red to go with that. Or you get a beautiful copy of Anne of Green Gables and you want a springy white to go with that. Well, then it's all right there. That'll be in a separate room. It'll all right there. And we will have professional wine and beer pairings. Wine and beer pairings. And we will have book of the month in the wine and beer section. Well, maybe books of the month. Like, because I think if you're, you know, you want to read Walden, how about an ale? Yeah, we'll do it like that. So we'll have a room off to the side where you can buy. You can't drink it there, but you can buy it there. Are the patrons encouraged to linger? No. Nope, get your book and get out. Are there comfortable chairs? There's chairs in case you need a chair because I travel with a elderly woman myself who needs to sit down and everything like that. But it's not like I don't want people sitting in there all day playing Scrabble or anything like that. I want them looking at the books and then moving on. What kind of lighting? Oh, what kind of lighting? I want it to be kind of dim. I think it would be cool to have at the end of my bookcases like a lantern with one of those fake candles in it. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, cool. Are there tables? Are there areas for group gatherings? No, because I really because I think that turns it into more of a meeting place and not more of a transactional place. And I want it to be transactional. I want to know my customers, but you know, I'm kind of curmudgeonly. And so I don't want to be, you know, oh, come in and set up your chest cam and be here for hours and take up a space. And no, I'm not doing that. Is there live entertainment, poetry readings, author readings from their current works, lectures and literature? Yes, we would have lots of that. We would have lots of local authors because, I mean, I think that local authors are overlooked a lot of the times in bookstores. If we got big names, we would have big names. Now, obviously, if we have big names coming in, no, if we have local authors coming in, I'm going to put out some chairs. You're not going to have to stand. There will be chairs put out. I don't want you to think there will be no chairs. There will be chairs put out for when we have those literary discussions or guests coming in. There will be chairs. I just meant I don't want to have like that Barnes and Noble stay all day kind of feel to it. I don't want to have that. Let's see. Where is your bookstore located? Well, I would prefer someplace haunted, if that would be possible, or at least the scene of a crime. Past murder would be good. If it could be located in a crime scene, that would be fun. And like I said, haunted is always, you know, I would love that. That would be perfect. Is it in the busy heart of a large city, in a neighborhood of a large city, in a suburban strip mall? No. In a small town? No. In a rural area? No. It's going to be in the heart of a busy city. It's going to be in the heart of a busy city where a crime took place and or we have suspicions of a haunting or a poltergeist is what's going to be my bookstore. And it's going to be a tough location to find. It's going to be a hard location to find. So by the time I get there, I will be really old and really curmudgeonly, but I'll find it. I'll find it. Let's see. How will your bookstore look from the outside? Sleek and modern, dark and brooding. Dark and brooding, but there will be flowers everywhere outside. I will have lots of flower boxes. I will have pots of flowers. I will have flowers hanging from the door. I love flowers in front of a bookshop, especially those deep colors, like those deep purple petunias and the deep reds and oranges of mums during the fall and everything like that. Holly, very Dickensian. It'll be very Dickensian looking because it'll have two beautiful windows and they'll have displays and everything. Beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. What's your specialty? Used books, new or new and used? I'm going to do new and used, but I'm going to do new and used, but I have to be careful because I don't want to overfill on one or the other. I want you to be able to get both. I want my used books to be in pretty good quality. You know, I don't want it to be like a Goodwill where you're rummaging around. I want them to be in pretty good quality. And my new books, I will put at the front the new books, but I don't want to have like an overfilled, you know, like when you come in Barnes & Noble and you go down that long corridor in the beginning and it has all the new books there that just go on forever. And that prevents you, I think, from going down the aisles with the lanterns. You want to go down the aisles with the lanterns. Okay, it'll be fiction and nonfiction. That's fine with me. I'm not going to specialize in a particular genre. Nope. What is the name of your bookstore? The name of my bookstore is Jane's because it's going to be it's going to be named after my favorite literary character, which is Jane Eyre. So it'll be Jane's. It won't be Jane's Books. It won't be Jane's Bookstore. It'll just be Jane's. Jane apostrophe S. Janes. And then who am I going to tag? I don't know. I think everybody's already done this one. I'll go ahead and tag Heather. I think I'll tag Heather and maybe a couple of others. But I think just about everybody's done this one. I think I'm pretty late to the party on this one. So yeah, that's my bookstore. And I would be super proud of it, and I'd be super happy if you came. And anyway, that's my tag. Thank you, Bernie, for tagging me, and I will check you later.